Bismillah, let's get started. And my first question is, how many of you have tried to use the online platform in their classrooms? How many of you have tried to use the online platforms in their either real or virtual classrooms? All right, if you're one of them, just write down number 1. If you haven't tried any of the online platforms before, write down 2, all right? All answers are acceptable, there's no problem. Yeah, virtual classrooms means the online ones. So yes, all right. Okay, I can see that a good number. What about the rest? Come on guys, write down either 1 or 2, please. Okay? Okay. Oh, so most of you have already used some of them. All right. That sounds wonderful. For those who already used these platforms, can you please tell me if you are willing to use one of the vocabulary platforms? What platform do you usually use? Just write down. That would be wonderful. What Zoom platform? All right. For teaching vocabulary? Okay. I mean, like platforms. Yes, platforms. Okay. What about other resources that you might use? What about other resources that you might use? Yeah, like websites that you may use. All right. So Zoom platform is an amazing one. All right. In order to make sure or to assess your students whether they understood their vocabulary lesson or not, which platform or website do you usually use? It can be an application too. Google Forms, Mohammed Farouk is saying. All right, WebEx. Oh, Edmodo, Google Forms. All right, okay. That sounds really good. What about grammar? Voice of America, Kahoot, good, very good. Excellent. All right, we're going to discuss some of these platforms today. Quizlet, all righty. Wow, that's amazing. Duolingo. Okay, that sounds really good. So you guys are experienced. It shows that you guys have so much experience in this field. What about teaching grammar? What are the most popular resources that you usually use in order to assess your students' grammar level or whether they understood the grammar lesson or not? Quizzes, good one. All right, British Council, Learning English. British Council Learning English is a very good one too, yeah? British Council or quizzes, okay. Kahoot, Headway, BBC. All right, okay, good. All right, that sounds amazing. Today, inshallah, let me share my screen, please. Okay, and thank you for sharing your answers. You guys look very interested and okay, thank you very much, Mawadda, Radwa, Mohammed Saif, mashallah, yani he's putting a lot of answers and he's putting a lot of effort since the beginning of the, yes, hello, since this session. So, all right, let me share my screen, okay, as you may see. And as Ms. Anan has already introduced me, this session is presented by me, Ms. Khayal. I'm an IELTS, SAT, TOEFL, ESL trainer and instructor. Also, I am a former head of English department in Arab International Schools, all right? Today's objectives are, by the end of this lesson, you will get to know some online resources that can be used when teaching ESL online, either during a lesson or when setting learners homework, or even if you're encouraging them to do some self-study, okay? All right. Now, look, this is the first task that you guys are required to do. Look at the below platforms and answer the following questions. How many platforms do we have here? As you might see, how many platforms? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So try to look at these 5 platforms and try to answer the question, all right? I'm going to choose some people, some of you, to answer these questions. Would that be okay? Yeah? Okay, if you don't want me to choose you or to pick you, please raise your hand. I'm not going to pick you if you're too shy to speak or to participate. Okay? Okay. Now the first question is, how many platforms are you familiar with? Have you used in your classroom? This can be written. How many of these have you used in your classroom? So the number is expected to be out of 5. I'm waiting for you in the chat box. Your answers, please, in the chat box. Okay, good numbers. All right, just 1, 2. Oppo A57 is saying 1. Oh, and 3, Redwa. Good, very good. 1. All righty. Okay, question number 2. Kahoot, and so these are 2. Thank you very much. All right. Is it for use in lessons or for self-study or both? So these platforms are for use in lessons, to be used in lessons, or for self-study, or for both. What do you say? All righty. In both? Both? So both. Correct answer. All right. Okay, both. So we agree that they can be used in both. Okay. For what purpose can it be used in online learning? For what purpose can it be used in online learning? Could it be for delivering the lesson? Assessing. Excellent answer. Wafa is saying, طبعا both في سؤال number 2, in question number 2, both is the correct answer. And in question number 2, assessing is correct answer. Evaluation is correct answer. Practice is correct answer. Zainab is saying assessment correct. Bakri, homework tests perfect. Farah, okay. Assessment and tests, delivering and assessing for Niveen. Excellent answers. Thank you very much. What age groups of learners is it appropriate for? What age groups of learners is it appropriate for? Where Mahmoud is saying flipped classroom activities. Yes, a perfect answer. Okay, in delivering as well. Yes, they help in delivering as well, yes. For what purpose could it be, what age group of learners is it appropriate for? All ages, middle and high level, all ages, and all levels, okay. It depends on what. That's a correct answer. All levels and all ages, that's a correct answer, but it depends on what? On the content. Bravo, yeah, Mrs. Shayma. Okay, yes, it's applied on all age groups. So you can use these platforms with young learners, with adults, and also with teenagers. Yes, I'm going to tell you how can it be applied. Don't worry. If you're already familiar with it, face-to-face a classroom, how might it work differently in the online environment? And this is what we're going to know now. All right. Okay, we still have some waiting room. So let's see. The first platform we're going to talk about is the Zoom platform, right? The Zoom one. Okay. All righty. So the first one here, as you may see, some of you said that they are familiar with this platform. And as you may see, this is Kahoot, which is an online tool designed to check the learner's understanding or their knowledge. All right. Now I'm going to play a video so that you can familiarize yourself with how to use it. Okay. And I hope it helps. Yeah, I'm quite sure that it will help you a lot. Okay. And this is always my favorite part, the ads. All right.
First, Kahoot is a game-based or gamified student response system that takes something like a Socrative type student responses, but it also adds some gaming elements like a point system.
I hope the sound is clear. Is it?
No video.
Sorry?
No video. We can't see
Hi,
anything.
excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, the video is not working. Just to share the screen of the video.
Sure,
Stop
sure.
sharing the
It's supposed
PowerPoint.
to be
Yeah.
shared. Yes, it's supposed to be shared,
Yes.
but it might take some few seconds. All right? All right.
Yes, it's clear. We can hear
all
you.
right, perfect. So let me quit this part if it's not very clear. And let me share my screen once more with the slideshows. All right, with the slides here. Well, this this tool can help you assist your students whether they understand the lesson or not. This is a very good assessment tool by which you can see whether your students still need some effort to understand your lesson or not. Okay, all you need to do is to, as you may see in this picture, okay, I wonder what can you see now? Oh yes, I hope you can see it properly now, yes? All right, so all you need to do is to go home page, then to go directly to the main page, log in or sign up, and it's for free. Then you will find yourself in the main page of the Kahoot account. In this main page of Kahoot, you can do quizzes. You choose quiz and then editing section, okay? Once you start clicking on play, a number will show here. At that time, you can show this number and share it with your students so that they can enter the very same room of yours. After you design your questions, this stage should come after you design your questions and you prepare them well. Also, you put the questions the way you saw in the video, all right? You just put the questions, you design them on your own, you put a picture for every question, and it's preferred if you put, for example, multiple choice questions. So the children can see the question and it's 4 answers, and they can easily, online and from distance, they can easily choose the correct answer. What makes it really interesting is that these quizzes can easily give your students some names so that they can know by the end of your quiz which one has already won, or who is the first, who is the second, who is the third, which is a good incentive for them to keep on doing more and more of these quizzes. All right. This is the first platform. I wanted to show you something practical, all right? But let's do this with the second platform, which we're going to talk about now, which is QUIZLET. Again, regarding the QUIZLET program, QUIZLET is a very amazing platform you can use, or we cannot say it's platform, it's a website that you can use so that you can, again, design your own. Your own what? You can design your own test. You can design also your own diagram of if you are a math or a science teacher, okay? So let's take, for example, I'm gonna show you one example of how to use, all right, here, once you log in, this is a picture, but I will log in, really log in, all right? Here is a picture of how the Quizlet would look like. You can choose, and what really makes this platform one of the most amazing ones is that here, if you click on the search button, you can search by the book and lessons name. So for example, if you click in, let's say a vocabulary workshop, book 1, lesson 1, all right? This is exactly the result that I got after I clicked this in, okay? The result was many of the very same lesson, many choices of the very same lesson. Once you start, for example, the dinner party vocabulary, okay? The dinner party vocabulary. If I chose this lesson, what will happen? Miss Anan, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you, yes.
All right. I will make you the host because unfortunately, many people still coming and, you know, I'm distracted between accepting people's applications. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, that's wonderful. Just make sure if you want to record from your side too. Okay, thanks a lot.
It's recording.
Okay. So again, you look at the lesson's name, as you may see. Can you see my mouse, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah? So here, it says the dinner party vocabulary, okay? After you do that, all right, let me, okay. here I opened the dinner party vocabulary. It started showing the flashcards of the word. So for example, the word attach. If I just click on this card, the meaning of the word will show. Then we have so many options here, as you may see. You have learn, write, spell, test, okay? By learn, you will have all these flashcards to you by their definitions at the back of every card. By write, they will ask you to write down the words that you hear, which reinforce the listening skills. By spell, they will ask the student to spell the word and write it down, all right? And finally, you can have the test. And for teachers, they can see this test, print it out, and use it if you have real classrooms. If it is an online classroom, you can easily play the test, give them the link, and ask them to do the test and send you the feedback or the results that they got, okay? Right. One very interesting thing is what? Is the match, gravity, or live, all right? Match, gravity, or live. For the match, you ask, I will tell you what I used to do in my real classrooms, okay? While teaching vocabulary, I used to divide my class into groups. Like if you have 20 students in your classrooms, for example, and I'm saying for example, أنا عارفة إن في ناس عندهم ما شاء الله يعني الكلاسز بتاعتهم ممكن يكونوا أكتر من 20 بكتير. إحنا بنوصل ساعات ل 60 و 70 صح؟ Yeah? How many of you have 60 students in the classrooms? Any? نكتب one. 60 students in one classroom? Does it happen? All right. 55. Bakri Yunus. All right. No. Okay. 34. Quite a big number. Once it's above 30, 25 and tops. All right. You mean 25 and above? 45. Oh, that's a big number. Michelle or Michael. I'm not very sure. Till late 25. Okay. 25 up to 30 is a very good number. But once you start having 30 students in your classroom, this means that you need very good classroom management procedures so that you can control this number. All right. So in my real life classrooms, I used to divide my classroom into, like if you have 30, for example, divide them into 3 groups. All right. Each group is responsible to do one activity. They are asked to match the words. And by touch, if you have a touch screen, for example, in your classes, they can easily touch the word, match it with its definition. Students find it really interesting to do. Regarding the gravity is, فاكرين زمان كان عندنا لعبة كده لعبة الجرافيتي دي اللي هي ايه؟ قبل ما ينزل الروكت لازم يكون انت عندك مخلص الديفينيشن بتاع الكلمة and you already put it or wrote it down. Yeah, remember? This is exactly what happens in this exercise. Yeah, so you need to write down the definition of the word before the rocket or the whatever planet is falling. All right, and by the end of this activity, you can easily realize what group did it in the least time. Like the first group do it first, they take 2 minutes. The second group then do it, and they take 3 minutes. Then who is the winner? The first group is the winner, definitely. All right? It is really, really nice because it makes your students roam around the classroom. They stand up, they get rid of their negative energy, and they start interacting with you, okay? They start even interacting with the lesson. طيب, again, the way of assessing their mistakes على الويب سايت ده ازاي؟ حد يعرف الناس اللي استخدمت Quizlet قبل كده يقولوا لي if I made a mistake in this platform, what happens? Open your microphones and you can share. Ways of assessment. No one? Come on, guys, it's okay. Please.
My dears, unmute yourself and feel free or raise your hands if you want to speak or write in the chat box. Yes.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear us?
Yeah. So let's choose مش عارفة. Mr. Ahmed Ali. Ahmed Ali, are you Mr. Ahmed Ali, the one we know?
I think he's not.
Yeah? All right. What about Shayma? Shayma Mahmoud. Hello. Okay, Dr. Reda Tosun.
Can you unmute
Come on,
yourselves?
guys, unmute yourselves. Can you unmute yourselves?
Yes.
Yes?
Say the question again, Mrs.
Okay, sorry,
yes.
I didn't hear you well.
All right, Shayma Mahmoud.
Actually, I'm familiar with Zoom only because I didn't try. I haven't used this Quizlet or Kahoot yet because I'm a teacher for young learner. I always have problems in dealing, so Zoom is the best choice for me. But I will try Quizlet.
Okay, that's really good. Okay, but let me tell you something.
Engaging activities and games.
Let me tell you something. Quizlet is a very exciting platform or website that you can use even for young learners. Even for young learners, you can design whatever lesson you would like to design. Yeah?
Yeah,
right.
okay.
No matter what difficulty level is. Okay?
Okay, okay.
All right. Okay. So, yes. طيب. Anyone else? Anyone else? نشوف أحمد إليان. Ahmed, hello?
Hello, Mr. Ahmed. Unmute yourself, please.
Unmute yourself, please. All right. انتوا في الفطار.
Yes, we have Muhannad's iPad. Yes.
iPad.
Go ahead. Yes. Thank you.
Good evening, doctor. I guess the process of evaluation happens electronically.
Yes, perfect. So if I made a mistake in spelling, for example, and I wrote the word college, like COLLG, and I stopped, what happens?
The question is for me?
Yes?
I guess the program or the site itself will correct itself and will provide the correct spelling for the word.
And then they will repeat the question once more so that they can make sure that you can spell the word again in a proper way. So, thank you very much for sharing.
I guess so.
Yeah, don't guess, it's for sure. All right.
Okay,
okay, that's wonderful. All righty. So, okay. Again, I don't know. Okay, my screen is this one. Perfect. Okay.
YouTube one, yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. The slide share. Right. Okay. So regarding okay. 1 minute, please. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Yes, the YouTube channel now is appearing, okay?
So this is the second YouTube channel. This is the second platform that you can use in your classroom so that you can easily manage or assess your students' performance in the classroom. Okay? All right, perfect. Okay, moving to another platform. If you're teaching listening, okay? If you're teaching listening, and as you may see here, it says look at some examples of listening activities that can be incorporated into online lessons or set for homework. These activities provide learners with a variety of text types. الحقيقة إنه this is a treasure. While teaching listening, these are very important platforms by which you can enhance your students' understanding and make sure whether they understand the lesson or not, okay? They have a clear learning goal and they help learners develop a particular listening sub-skills. Okay, let's see how. Now, we have Film Flap. Again, Film Flap. In class, learners watch a short clip from a film with no sound. They predict what they think the people were saying. Yani you can easily play a short film, like 3 to 5 minutes maximum, and you mute the sound. Then you ask your students to try to guess what the people are saying, all right? Then they type their ideas into the chat box. So here we can do this activity now. They then watch the sound on the check, like on the video, all right? Once more, I will show you the video just right now, all right? Okay, this is one activity which is the questions. When you are, or when the teacher reads out a set of questions, all right? Yes, not only reading lips, they just guess, ya Shayma, what is in front of them. What are they saying? From the body language, their lips, from reading their lips, or from the facial expressions, okay? Or according to the lesson itself. Another activity is just giving questions. In class, the teacher reads out a set of questions. Each time the learner has to count the number of words they hear. The teacher asks the students again and the learners answer them, all right? So for example, now try to count the number of words that I'm going to pronounce now, all right? Again, try to count the number of words I'm going to say now, all right? Count them and write them in the chat box, okay? So what you're going to do is to, again, count the number of words that I'm going to say now and write the answer in the chat box. Clear enough? All right. The teacher displays 6 photos using the share screen option. The teacher then reads out a sentence to describe one of the photos. طبعا يعني I'm supposed to read something or to say something, all right, which is not written. So people have already started to answer. How many words did I say? 12 or 13? No, give me a fixed answer. 12. Let me say this again, okay? Let me say the sentence again. طيب. The sentence, the teacher displays 6 photos using the share screen option. The teacher then reads out a sentence to describe one of the photos. How many words? خدوا بالكم ودي مهمة جدا حتى الناس اللي عايزين يعملوا اختبارات الايلتس والاختبارات الستاندردايز يا جماعة articles, all the articles, definite and indefinite articles are counted as one word. So when I say a, it's a word. When I say the, it's a word. When I say an, it's still a word. All right? Okay, so let's count it now. In class, no, we didn't say in class, sorry. The teacher displays 6 photos, 5, using the share screen option. 10, the teacher then reads out a sentence, 2 words, to describe one of the photos. These are 23 is the correct answer. Excellent. هناء وتغريد. مين كمان كتب 23؟ هناء تغريد. Michelle or Michael, Sarah, and bravo. Only 3 or 4 answers. Thanks a lot. Okay. So احنا عملنا ايه؟ مين يقول لي ايه أهمية exercise زي كده يا جماعة؟ Does it help in improving their listening skills? Yeah, good job, Anan. Good job. Does it help in improving the students' learning skills? Sure, the listening skills Yeah, because they have to understand what is being said. It helps a lot. Perfect. Okay. Right. Another thing that I want to share with you now, it says, listen and answer the questions. Listen and answer the questions while listening. Okay? Again, listen and answer the questions while listening. This is a very important. رضوى بتقول it makes them improve their listening skills. أكيد. طيب. Listen and answer the questions while listening. What did she do last night? What did they smell, look, and taste? All right. What's the difference between hers and her mother's? And will she give up baking cookies or not? Well, I'm going to take these questions. Okay, wait. I want you guys to please take a picture with your phone. All right, take a picture to these questions. Take a copy of these questions on your phone because I'm going to show you the passage and you will be asked to answer these questions. All righty? Okay, once you're done with taking a copy, please make sure that you write down one in the chat box once more. Perfect, Ala. Hand forever. Okay? Good, good, good. All right. So now I have to stop the share after you're done. I have to stop the share for a while, for a second. All right, perfect. And I'm going to read something for you so that you can answer these questions, okay? Okay, now listen and answer the given questions. Where are you going to answer these questions? In the chat box, okay? Or you can write it in your copybook, whatever you choose. Okay, but the most importantly, you have the answer in your hand. This is what really matters, okay? Okay, now listen and write down the answers. I start. Last night, I baked some cookies in the kitchen. They smelled good, but they were as hard as rock. They also tasted awful. Ew. I don't know what happened. When my mother made some last week, they were great. I will try again tonight. I'll read it once more, all right, so that you can catch up with the answers. Once more, I repeat. Last night, I baked some cookies in the kitchen. They smelled good, but they were as hard as rock. They also tasted awful. I don't know what happened. When my mother made some last week, they were great. I will try again tonight. And now, back to the questions. Question number 1. Okay, let's ask, who would like to answer the questions? Please raise your hand if you're ready to answer the questions. Raise your hand. Thank you. Ala, let's get started with the first question, dear. The first question is, okay.
Yes, Ala, we are hearing you.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, hello, dear. What's
How are you, miss?
Oh, good.
The first question is, the answer is she baked some cookies.
All right, she baked some cookies. Thank you very much. Question number 2. Who's ready? All right, next, please. Who's next? Okay, so Hashim? Hashim, would you please answer the next question?
Yes, Hashim Adawi.
Yes, hello, Hashim.
Welcome. Okay, the second question, they smells good, and about the look, they were hard as a rock, and their taste were awful.
All
They
right,
smelled. That's right.
They tasted awful. Thank you very much. Okay.
You're welcome.
Question 3. Who else? Back to Ala. Okay, Mrs. Shaima. What's the difference between hers and her mother's?
Yes, hello.
Hello, dear.
Yes,
What's the
her
difference?
mother's cookies. Okay, her mother's cookies were great, while hers weren't the same.
Thank you very much. Excellent. Galaxy J6 Plus. Will she give up baking cookies?
I think
Will she
no.
give up baking cookies?
She won't give up.
Huh?
I think no, she won't give up.
No, she won't give up. Okay, what gave you this indication that she won't give up?
Because she's going to try that tonight, I think.
Thank you very much. She's going to try it once more tonight. Okay, and here are the answers, as you may see. Last night, what did she do? The answer is, I baked some cookies. Yes, I baked some cookies in the kitchen. Okay, how did they smell? They smelled good. How did they look? They looked as hard as rock. How did they taste? They tasted awful. All right? Okay, what's the difference between hers and her mother's? Here is the difference. She's saying, when my mother made some last week, they were great. So hers were awful and her mother's were great. These two clue words should be included in the answer. Yes? Will she give up? Will she give up? Give up? The meaning of give up means what? Nagwe, hello? Good to see you here. So, will she give up? What's the meaning of the word give up? To give up is to do what? To give up is to quit. Yes? To give up is to surrender and to quit, not to do it once more. When you plan to not to do anything anymore, then this means that you give up. You don't want to do it again. So the answer is no, because she will try again tonight. Clear enough? All right. What's the importance of this exercise? Raise your hand if you would like to give an answer, please. الحقيقة إنه مش بس enforcing or boosting or developing the listening skills. ده في كمان skills تانية موجودة معانا. Which are what? قول لي يا مين النهارده بيرفع ايده لأول مرة؟ All right, Mr. Mahmoud Gemal Eddin. Yes, Mahmoud.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Please go ahead.
Okay, so beside working and listening, I think this is like a memory test, if we can say. We are testing the memory and how much words they will remember from the listening.
Okay.
Yeah, and also I think this is about the new vocab. So
All
that's
right.
it.
All right. But considering that it's a memory test, did I rely on the memory or I relied on the incorporation between listening and writing? Has to do, especially that the questions are organized in order. If you have observed, the question to answer number 1 was in sentence number 1. The question to the answer to question 2 was in sentence 2, etc. Yeah. So the answers go in sequence, the same order and sequence of the text. So it's not a memory test. It basically evaluates the incorporation and the integration between the listening and the writing skills. Yeah?
Yes,
so
I agree.
This kind of a test can easily enhance the integration between skills. If you want your students to listen while writing and understanding, this would be the perfect exercise to do. All right?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, dear.
You're welcome. Okay, bye.
All right. This was, these were some of the most interesting exercises that you can practice with your students. All right. Moving to another thing, which is, moving to another slideshow. Okay. Right. Which is what? All right. Important platforms for what? Have you ever heard about any of these platforms or websites? قولوا اه. حد يقول اه please. Yes? No? CBDs, ESL Brains, ELO, English Listening Lesson Library Online, and Lyric Training. Have you ever heard about any of these? Actually, these platforms are very important for reading, all right? For the reading. So if you're teaching reading, you can use any of them. Let's see how. All right. Here, I chose one of them for you so that you can familiarize yourself with these applications or these platforms. Number one is ELLO. Actually, I use this platform in many of my lessons. Why? Because this platform really, pardon me, these are listening exercise platforms, not reading, listening ones. All right? So let's see. As you may see here, once I started opening the website, it gave me some video. You can see here that there is a very interesting video that you can hear and watch. All right? And if you look below, you can see that there is a script in here and there is a quiz too. Once you click on the play button, you start listening and watching the video. If you feel like there's something wrong or you cannot understand what is being heard, you can easily do something. You can easily open the script here. If you can see my mouse, can you see my mouse, guys? Yeah? So you can open the script button and you can watch whatever is being written while watching. This is not something bad or improper to do, okay? This is one of the most excellent ways to develop and to boost your listening skills. How? Because many people find it really difficult to understand, especially if their level is intermediate level, B1 level, not B1, not B2. Usually the beginners and the B1 level, the lower intermediate level, usually find it difficult to understand the native speaker while speaking. So I always recommend that they open the script or watch the script while listening to whatever is being said. This will definitely help the listener understand what's being said. Do it for once, twice, thrice if you would like to, but eventually make sure that you close the script and listen on your own, okay? This way is really, really a very beneficial way to develop your listening. Okay, and then again, in the very same platform, you can see that there is a quiz, okay, with some questions, and for your surprise, your answers will be evaluated, and you will be given a score after all. All right, after doing the quiz, you will be given a score. Fine. All right. تعالوا كده أتمنى بس إنه يعني الإنترنت يساعدنا. Perfect. So the main topic in ELO is raising salmon. Raising salmon. And this is salmon. It's not salmon. This is a common mistake. It's salmon. All right? The L is silent. So raising salmon. Here is the topic. You play the video. You play the audio. All right?
Raising salmon. The last salmon fillet you had probably never swam freely in the sea.
As you may see, nothing is written. You cannot see the script. But if you're willing to see the script, you can easily click on the script here. All right? Click on the script here so that you can see the script while listening to the audio. After you finish, you do the quiz. Okay, let's do this exercise together, all right? Okay? Ready, steady, go.
The last salmon fillet you had probably never swam freely in the sea. Chances are it was born and raised in a net pen on a fish farm in northern Europe, Chile, or Canada. Aquaculture, raising marine species in environments controlled by humans, brings in a lot of cash, especially for popular delicacies like salmon. And since the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization predicts that by the year 2040, there will be no more fish in the oceans, aquaculture may be the wave of the future. But environmentalists argue that aquaculture is a major source of pollution. Farm salmon are raised in small net pens in the ocean. To control diseases and parasites, producers use antibiotics and chemicals which pollute ocean waters. The salmon farming industry is working hard to develop environmentally friendly technologies, such as closed containment systems that would separate the ocean's ecosystem from the polluted waters of salmon farms. Still, supermarket buyers worry about the fishing industry meeting high demand for the popular fish. Recently, salmon fishing was banned for one fishing season in some areas in western parts of the United States due to depleting fish stocks.
All right. What if I don't understand any of these words? Here comes the question. What if I don't understand any of these questions? Actually, this is not what really matters now. What matters is to see whether I will do well in the quiz or not. All right? تعالوا كده نشوف الquiz. Question number 1. All right? Keep your answers for yourselves. Please write them in your copybook. Okay, so here we have 6 questions. Okay? Try to answer these 6 questions. Okay. Now answer the first 3 first, please. What are antibiotics for? Choose one answer. Then after you choose it, write the answer down. You will have 3 minutes to finish the first 3 questions. You may start.
Yeah, great. We have many answers for question number 1. It's B.
No, don't say the answers.
Really?
Don't say the answers. Please don't. All right.
They're writing it in the chat box, by the way.
All right, perfect. No problem. Yes, I know that they have already written but I told them to write down the answers in their copybooks.
Yes.
Naughty students. All right, now please give the answers for questions 4, 5, and 6, please. What does aquaculture create? Where does most salmon come from? And what is aquaculture? All right, so I'm not very sure whether you answered the questions correctly or not, but what I'm sure of is here are the answers. I'm going to show them to you. Question number 1 is B, to control parasites. Question number 2 is all fish be farmed. All right, you may look at the answers, please. Check your answers. طيب الدرس ده ممكن يعني ندرسه ازاي للستودنتس بتوعنا. احنا هنعمله the very same way. لكن اللي هنقدر نستفيد بيه قوي 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 حاجة مهمة جدا. We can teach our students how to do في تكنيك كده وسكيل بنعلمه للولاد وهم بيعملوا listening اللي هو اسمه ايه؟ scanning. How's that? أنا هشوف الشات بوكس. معلش أنا ما فتحتوش. في الشات بوكس. All right. Okay. Yes, very good يا فرح. Bravo. Good job. Skimming and scanning. Yeah. Okay. So, for example, let's take question 1, for example. It says, what are antibiotics for? So, where is the clue word in this question? What are antibiotics or antibiotics? By the way, antibiotics is an American pronunciation and antibiotics is a British pronunciation. So, what are antibiotics or antibiotics for? فين الكلو word هنا؟ الكلمة الأكثر أهمية. أكيد مش what ومش are ومش for. أكيد الكلمة الأكثر أهمية هي كلمة antibiotics, right? So I open my ears very wide when I listen or when I hear this word, because this word is the clue word, all right? And also, while reading the answers, I have to underline, after underline antibiotics, I also underline the given answers here or the clue words in the given answers here, so that I open my ears very wide once I hear the clue word. Same for the question here. What could happen within 35 years? Is 35 years, have you heard 35 years in the audio? Have you guys heard 35 years in the audio? على فكرة الشاطر جدا اللي هيجاوب على السؤال ده. السؤال ده محتاج شوية ذكاء. ها, yes or no? Anan, I can't see the chat, مش عارفة ليه. This is weird.
It's clear, حبيبي. Yes. Again, the question, hand, yes. No, no, no.
No.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay. صح. This is the correct answer. Excellent. Okay.
Someone said is in the future.
أيوة.
Yeah.
Zainab,
yes.
Sometimes it's just a matter of synonyms game. A synonyms game. يعني إيه synonyms game؟ يعني هم بيلعبوا basically على لعبة الإيه؟ المتشابهات، الكلمات المترادفة. The meaning in another word. Okay? The meaning in other words, like or in other language. مش other language يعني French. I mean like in other words. The very same meaning but in other words. They didn't say within 35 years. What did they say? They said, see? Here it says, and since the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization predicts that by the year 2040, which is almost way or more, طبعا يمكن ده قديم شوية, 35 years, right? Okay? طبعا ده قديم شويتين, حيم شوية. Okay?
Here, Radwa asking, I think it's much better to read the question before doing listening.
Okay. طبعا السؤال ده مهم جدا يا رضوى, and thank you very much for يعني bringing it to the surface. Some people think that it's better for them to read the questions first and then they try to find it in the given audio or in the given script, all right? While others believe that no, it's better if I كلام يعني السؤال اللي انت سألتيه ده if it's a reading passage, my dear, okay? If it's a reading passage, but if it's a listening passage, you have to read the questions first and then especially يعني حتى في التستس وفي الآيلتس تست وفي الساد تست وفي الآي جي سي اس اي كل دي لو فيها listening tests هو بيقول لك they give you some time for reading the question or the questions and then they play the audio. So yes, reading the questions first, underlining the clue words, all right? And then you listen to the audio. If it's in the reading, I would say that we have two schools. One prefers that you first read the questions, underline the clue words, and then try to refer to the respective paragraph. And the others say, no, it's better if you skim the passage, find the clue word, find the main ideas in every paragraph, okay? Take notes, and then relate these paragraphs to the given questions, okay? This is when it comes to the reading, and we're not explaining reading yet. All right, Radwa? I hope I answered your question, my dear.
Yeah.
طيب, all righty. So, مبسوطة جدا إنه الحمد لله يعني النت كان كويس
الحمد لله. Yes.
كان كويس في إنه يبين الويب سايت ده, دي حاجة جميلة جدا. All righty. طيب نعمل كمان I will stop the share and I will show you something else. Okay? تعالوا بسرعة نروح على reading لأنه كده we are running short of time. Regarding the reading بيقول لي إيه؟ بيقول لي it is يعني فعلا في الريدنج تحديدا if you're teaching أنا طبعا بديلكم one platform for every branch in the language يعني for every part in the language.
Yes.
Okay, so we talked about how to teach vocabulary or the platforms that we usually use for teaching vocabulary, for listening, and now for the reading. Okay, and for the reading, as you might see on the board, there is a wealth of authentic reading material available to teachers and to learners online, such as what? News reports, blogs, reviews, social media posts, advertisement, shopping sites, and magazine articles. على فكرة كل ده بأمازون بس يعني I can bet that your reading will be way better. Alright, وهقول لكم طبعا يعني how to use these websites. لكن طبعا أكيد يعني عندنا ال newspapers وعندنا ال articles وعندنا ال books وعندنا ال reports. Okay? إيه كمان؟ There is also a range of useful reading materials specifically for learners of English that teachers and learners can exploit. Okay? طيب نشوف ال next slide. ودي بقى يعني واحد من أهم وأجمل السلايدز اللي بحبها. ليه بقى؟ الأول عندنا task. Below are 4 useful resources that teachers can use to create interesting and level appropriate online reading lessons for the learners. تعالوا نشوف إيه هم ال 5 applications or 5 platforms that I would like you to familiarize yourselves with. أول حاجة عندنا Breaking News English. Alright. تاني واحد News in English, News and Levels. Number 3, Learn Kids Short Stories. All right. Number 4, Cambridge Assessment English. And number 5, no, check it out. No. And there are 4 basically. And I chose one of them, which is what? Which is News and Levels. الحقيقة يعني الويب سايت ده حاجة رائعة بكل ما تعنيه الكلمة. I really love it. All right. Why? As you may see here, this is just a picture. I just took a screenshot of the platform once I opened it. Okay. So it gives you different types of topics. It depends on your interest. You choose your interests like sports, games, politics, social media, etc. All right. You choose the topics. And then once you open the topic, for example, if you choose leaders' health, okay, leaders' health, you open the topic and it gives you 3 choices, whether it's level 1, level 2, or level 3. Which passage you would like your students to read, which level, which reading level you want your students to be exposed to. Level 1, level 2, level 3. Okay? You choose. I opened one of the topics like coronavirus and vaccine, as you may see, level 1 and level 2. There's the big difference between both of them. Not very big, yeah, because these are levels 1 and 2. But if you compare between 1 and 3, you will see that the difference is really, really huge. Okay? You play the audio and you can read the passage. Then again, quizzes will be given so that you can evaluate your reading. طب هو كده بس قال لي لا لسه كمان we still have some very interesting privileges, which is what? Which is basically the can you see the bold words here in the passage? Yeah? These bold words are the new vocabulary or the new words that you're supposed to be exposed to for level 1 students. And they give you the meaning of the word. All these bold words meanings are given below the passage so that you can easily get to know without opening or trying to look these words up in a dictionary or something like that. Okay. So, and as you may see, for example, have a look. I want you to have a deep look. So here are the words that are suitable for level 1. The word vaccine, viruses, approve, reaction. All right? Okay, and here it says difficult words. Vaccine. When a doctor gives you a thing that can make you ill, such as a virus or bacteria, this thing or that thing makes you stronger when you get ill. The definition and examples, okay, so that you can easily get the meaning clarified. All right? It's really, really nice and interesting. Okay. تحبوا نجربوا؟ Yes? All righty.
Vaccine could be ready so soon. Usually it takes years to make a vaccine.
This is level
However,
1.
health officials believe that scientists can make a vaccine for COVID-19 very fast. It can take them between 12.
Oh, actually, I don't want, oh, hold on.
It's fine, yes, the voice is working.
Yes, yes, I know, but I don't want the YouTube itself. I just want the website itself. Yeah? But anyway, now you understand what I mean because I don't want to waste a lot of time. Again, the website is called, here, it's called ELLO. ELO. ELLO.
Speaking use English, you mean, or breaking news?
Hold on.
Not ELO.
Oh, yes. Okay. So it's called News and Levels. News and Levels. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And the same for all of these websites. You will really, really get a great benefit out of it. But the most, from my own point of view, and you guys will differ, okay? But my point of view is that News and Levels is really, really good. And it's useful for different levels, especially if you're teaching different courses. And if you're teaching general English and you plan to teach beginners, intermediate, or advanced level, you would really need to use this website based on or depends on the student's level. Okay, good. So we're done with the reading. نروح بسرعة على speaking. Yeah. Speaking practice is no longer something that can be done in a lesson. There are many digital tools that allow learners to communicate outside the classroom and to complete speaking tasks, both synchronously or asynchronously. Yani, what's the meaning of these two words? Anyone knows? Synchronously means at the same time. Asynchronously means not at the same time. All right? So synchronously means at the same time. Thank you very much. Yes. Let's look at some of those tools and consider how they can benefit the learners. All right. عندنا طبعا Sound Foundation Interactive Phonemic Chart, Sound Foundation Interactive Phonemic Chart, English Central, BBC Learning English. أكيد يعني the most common and popular is BBC Learning English. I believe that we all know BBC Learning English. نبص كده بسرعة في عجالة على BBC Learning English. If you open this website, it's for free. All right. Here, as you may say, you can see that we have grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, news, and business. Also, they provide some free courses if you'd like to join any of them. If you want, for example, to improve your pronunciation, so you can easily choose pronunciation, okay? Tim's pronunciation workshop, and you choose the lesson. There are different lessons from which you can choose whatever lesson you prefer, okay? This is BBC Learning English. When it comes to BBC News, you can open the news, okay? Expose yourself to the article that is written about a certain topic. بس كده؟ لا كمان في حاجة تانية. في كمان نفس الفكرة بتاعت English levels. نفس الحاجة. You will find a lot of vocabulary, new vocabulary that is enlisted below. You can listen to a given audio, okay, which is related to the very same news. And finally, you can have a quiz, which is يعني very effective. This is one of the most effective learning websites that most of the teachers, the online teachers, use nowadays. Okay? So, another thing which is here, English Central. And I believe that not all of us know this website. It's called English Central. حكاية English Central إيه? You just look at this picture given here. As you see here, it is an interesting, a very beneficial website that you can use. One of the most amazing ones. I usually use them in my courses, by the way. Especially, especially the IELTS courses. How's that? Let's see. Here it says Japan's deals with aging population. This is the topic, okay? and it's suitable for the intermediate level students. First, you have to watch the video. After watching the video, as you may see here, the cursor stops at some point. The cursor here stops at some points. First, they say, click on the words that you don't know. Here is the script that you hear. If you don't know any of these words and you click on any of them, they will show you the meaning of this word. Then after you do that, they will give you, this will happen for the first time. For the second time, they will stop the audio and they will ask you to write down whatever you hear, complete given sentences, and to have to write it in the proper spelling, proper structure, and proper meaning, something that matches with the given context. Yeah? So it's one of the most beneficial websites that can really, really help English learners speak better and write better. And by the way, now we need, how can we enhance the speaking by this website? Actually, if you notice here, it says learn the words. Once you click on learn the words, they pronounce the given words, okay, or the new vocabulary that matches your level. Then when you speak the lines, they ask you to start recording and speaking the lines. If you're speaking them properly, if you're pronouncing them properly, then you will be ticked as right. If not, they will ask you to repeat reading the very same sentence once more, and they will tell you how to say it in the proper way. Okay? It is a very amazing website. Please use it. Highly recommended. Okay? It's called, again, what is it called? EnglishCentral.com. أنا مش شايفة يا جماعة الشات تحبوا مش عارفة whether
I'm following.
right.
Don't worry.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I
If
sent
there are
them
any
all the
questions,
links. Yes.
طيب الحمد لله. Thank you very much. Okay. طيب نروح لحاجة تانية في writing بقى. Writing طبعا ناس كتيرة جدا يعني find it a very, very big and huge problem to get their essays assessed. Okay. وطبعا most of the people believe إنه the productive skills are way difficult than the receptive skills. يعني بيشوفوا, yes, I know, والله يا RWKH. All right? A lot of people find that the writing and the speaking are the greatest obstacles that they usually encounter. All right? They say they to the extent that some of my IELTS students can get يعني band scores 8 and 9 في الreading وفي listening, لكن when it comes to the writing and the speaking, they don't get their desired band score because they believe that it's really, really tough and difficult. Okay? وأنا عايزة أقول لكم يعني don't believe in this. Please don't believe in this. Once you believe in something, it happens. Okay? So there are, يعني this is some kind of a myth that some people believe in. أنا بقول لكم no. The productive skills are not more difficult than the receptive skills once you start practicing, okay? And as we always say, practice makes perfect, especially the receptive skills. Remember a baby, when a baby is born, first day until the baby is 1 year or 1 year and a half, when they start speaking or spitting out the first word or the first sentence. What happens during all this time? It's just the digest. They just they intake the language, all right? They receive the language so that they can produce it later on. Yeah? And this is exactly what happens. You need to receive as much as you can. So first, if you as a teacher, if you want to improve your English skill, basically you have to receive first. You have by listening, all right, by reading, and by exposing yourself to more material, like to read a lot, to listen a lot, to make it part of your everyday life. Then later on, things will become easier for you to produce whatever you have already learned. All right? لا. Write and improve. مش هقول لك خليها surprise يا محمد يا فاروق. Okay. Yes. Receive to produce. صح طبعا يا زينب. All right. Yeah, I know that students mostly hate writing. I know that. You know why? Because teachers mostly find it difficult. Yeah, and teachers usually find it really bad and tough to teach. It's not as easy as teaching the other parts of the language. All right. I hate to correct, maybe because of the huge number that they need to correct. All right, back to square one. So here it says useful digital tools. هسيب الشات ثواني كده علشان نركز بقى في اللي بنقوله. Useful digital tools for developing writing skills. Many tools online that learners can use to help to develop their writing skills. Some of those tools encourage creative writing, some provide support, and others provide feedback. All right? يبقى في عندنا platforms وفي أو online tools that can help your students. أولاً, encourage them to be creative writers. All right? Others can provide support to them. And many others can provide feedback. They give them feedback on their essays or on their writings, no matter what genre of writing they write. In this step, you're going to reflect on which tools are the most appropriate for different learners. تعالوا كده نشوف الويب سايت ده اسمه ايه؟ Write and improve. Write and improve. Actually, this website is one of the most wonderful websites. Okay, وأنا يعني جربت إني أكتب essay بنفسي وشفت إنه الدنيا فيها إيه وتعمدت طبعًا أعمل شوية mistakes كده. فالدنيا هو بيعمل إيه؟ هنا, as you may see, we have beginners and intermediate, advanced, business, fun. All right? وعندنا tasks كتيرة جدا. You choose one task according to the given level or the given of your students. All right? So for example, if they are intermediate level students, so I chose one intermediate topic, which says, write paragraphs to answer the first questions about having different teachers. وطبعا الword limit موجود تحت بيقول لي 180 words no more than 300 words. ده كان الword limit اللي مديهوني. All right? And here is the question. It says, some people believe that it's good for students to have the same teacher for several years. Others think that students benefit more from having new teachers each year. Which do you think is better? Give specific reasons to support your answer. And as you may see here, what genre is this? What genre of writing is this? Anyone? Some people believe something while others believe another thing. This is what? It's basically,
Discursive, argument, persuasion.
أيوة.
Yes.
طيب تمام. هو مطلوب مني الopinion.
Opinion.
Do I have to give my opinion or to mention my opinion here? Absolutely yes. Do I have 2 points to discuss? Absolutely yes. So this is a discussion opinion essay. Discussion opinion essay. All right? In this kind of a genre, you have to give your opinion based on the information or based on your beliefs. All right, so whether you believe that students, it's good for students to have one teacher throughout many years or to change them. Discussion opinion essay, yes, correct. Okay, and you have to provide this with as many supporting details and examples, all right, and word chains and a lot of things. Now I start here and I started writing. It gave me a feedback saying that 100 words entered. For the task, you should enter 150 words and 300 words, between 150 and 300. All right? So you have written enough. Well done. طيب, what's after that? بس هو كده? Well done وخلاص? No, استني, في feedback. All right? Your feedback will appear after you finish checking. طيب عملنا الفيدباك وعايزين نشوف how about the checking? It says, for example, one mistake. فبيقول لي إيه؟ Suspicious word. This is a suspicious word, which is it's basically the question mark. It's a suspicious word. Is this word correct? This does not look right to us. Next, طبعا دايما بيقول لك where your mistakes are, all right? And it gives a very, very nice feedback on what you have already written, all right? So this is an automatic marking. It happens automatically, but I believe that if you are in the first stages of learning how to write or of teaching how to write, that would be a very exciting platform to use in your virtual classrooms. So طب أنا أعمل إيه؟ يعني أنا هستخدم ده إزاي online? You can easily send the question to your students, all right? بس مش الquestion بس, the whole link. Send the link to your students and ask them to answer the question. All of them should answer the question, okay? And then after they get their feedback, they sometimes ask the students to repeat what they have already done or to check their mistakes and fix them, okay? وبعدين الجميل أكتر إنه بيقول my level based on what I wrote. فبيقول great, your writing level is a B1. Now try to use the feedback and revise your writing once more. Okay, you got it now? Is that okay? Do you like this platform? It is very useful in your classrooms, okay? And it gives you a very, a supportive hand in assessing your students without having to check each and every paper and each and every essay they write. Right? وفي نفس الوقت it's done automatically and online. And students like to type on their keyboard since they are spending hours and hours on their in front of their computers and iPads, correct? Okay. So, شوف أبص على الchat وشوف الفيدباك. Yes, it's up. Yeah, its name is Write and Improve. Again, here is the website's name, and I will zoom it in.
Yeah, I sent them the link. Don't worry.
Oh, thank you very much. Writeandimprove.com. Write and improve is one word. All right. To review grammatical. Is there another effective to review the grammatical rules? Oh, طبعا. لو عاوزها automatically عاوزاها automatically مش شيماء أكيد. عندنا كمان platform بس هو الحقيقة أنا ما I didn't include it here اسمه Grammarly. All right. I don't know whether you're familiar with it or not. Grammarly. ثواني. Yes. Grammarly is a very and Ginger too. Yes. بس أنا الحقيقة بشوف إنه Grammarly is more effective. Once you do a grammatical mistake, they highlight it or underline it, and they ask you to please fix it once more because there's something wrong in the structure. All right? You can write whatever you like to. وعلى فكرة الناس اللي بيشوف الناس اللي بيحسوا إنه أنا مش عارف how can I improve my grammar. حتى في teachers كتير بيعانوا إنه they cannot master the grammar rules. Okay? فخليني أقول إنه for that إحنا ممكن جدا we can listen to a certain audio. While listening to this audio, try as much as possible to write it in a Word file. بس يبقى عندك كمان الابليكيشن بتاع Grammarly. While writing, write it down while listening. After you're done with writing and everything, you will find out that you have feedback from Grammarly. You stop at your mistakes, you write them down, you take notes, and you take whatever takeaways you learn from Grammarly, so that you do not repeat these mistakes once more. Yeah? على فكرة مش المهم إن إحنا نعمل الحاجة، المهم إحنا نتعلم من عمايل الحاجة. أوكي؟ فمثلا عند الويب مين قلب يا جماعة في ورق؟
Yeah, I stopped.
Okay,
I stopped it. Yes, I stopped.
Okay, please.
Don't worry.
So don't be. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. So that would definitely help you a lot. Thank you very much, everyone. So this is Write and Improve again.
Okay, can I ask a question? I'm sorry for interruption.
ولا يهمك يا يوسف، تفضل طبعا، أهلا وسهلا بك.
Okay, thank you so much for your fruitful one, as usual.
يوسف زكي، ازيك يا يوسف؟ How are you?
Okay,
Good to see
so
you.
okay, thank you. Can I have just a website for advanced more vocabularies? For example, if I use I can use the alternative ones for the high advanced one.
What about sending you a book that can easily provide you with advanced vocabulary? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. You can please contact me via Messenger after we finish. And by the way, I will leave all my personal details so that if you would like to contact with me after the session, it would be my pleasure to do so. Okay?
Thank you so much.
You're very much welcome, yeah, Yusuf. You're very much welcome. Now it's time, Anan.
Hello, Doctor.
Yes. Just kindly, dears, if you have any questions, just raise your hands. Yes. Go ahead, Hind Sulaiman.
إيه ده هند سليمان ما شاء الله.
Hello, Doctor. Hello, Dr. Hind. How are you?
I'm good, ya Hind. Alhamdulillah. Yes.
How are you?
Everything is okay. Alhamdulillah.
Thank you for your worthy lecture.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you for this. Thank you. I got more information. Thank you. So, Doctor, please, I have a problem with compound and complex grammar.
Yes.
So, kindly, if you recommend me a book about like complex and compound grammar to improve my level in the grammar. So I need a book about complex and compound grammar that it really like enhances my level in the grammar.
All right, perfect. أقول لكم على حاجة، كل الناس بلا استثناء. Okay.
So please, if you
the best books for improving your vocabulary, if you would like to elevate your vocabulary and use less frequently vocabulary, you want to learn them while integrating the 4 skills. خليني أقول لكم the best book is أقول ولا إيه؟ قول.
Go ahead.
The best book is IELTS Advanced Vocabulary for IELTS. It's one of the most amazing books. Whether you're planning to take the IELTS or not, this is an amazing book. And the very same book again for grammar. It's Cambridge Vocabulary for Grammar for IELTS and Cambridge Advanced Vocabulary for IELTS. Both books are amazing. Please, in case you need the links to these books, I can provide you with the PDF versions. I have no problem with that. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right. You can
great.
More questions?
Okay. Do you have any other questions, dears?
Any other questions?
Yes, Zainab. Go ahead.
Hello, how are you?
Alhamdulillah.
I'm asking about a book or a website for phonetics. I need something specialized for phonetics chart and things like that.
All right. I think I shared one today, okay, while talking about the speaking. But again, I'm going to share it to you. I'm going to share it with you right after the session. Kindly text me via Messenger and I will share it with you once more. All right?
Thank you.
For those who would like to...
It's a great session for today, and I'm celebrating my birthday with you here.
Oh, happy birthday!
This is my gift for my birthday.
Thank you very much.
I really enjoy it.
Thanks a lot, my dear. Happy birthday! Wish you the best ever birthday ever. السحور ده ولا ايه اللي حصل؟
That's great. Okay. We have many other.
Inshallah, thank you more and more. Happy birthdays, inshallah.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Muhannad, go ahead.
Thank you, Doctor. That was a great job indeed.
Pleasure, ya Muhannad, wallahi. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. I wonder if you suggest, any ideas for teamwork or group work, because we are required as teachers of English to engage our students in teamwork. So do you have any suggestions, any websites for doing such a job? Or
for teamwork, all these could be done in a team. All these activities can be done in a teamwork, in a team. All these activities can be done in a team. So, for example, if you take Quizlet, for example, I told you how to divide your students into a team. And by the way, if you're using Zoom and you have the breakout feature, yeah, you can put each 3 students, for example, you will provide them with the link of the Quizlet test, and then you put them in groups of 3. Room 1, 3 students, room 2, 3 students, etc. And you just provide them with the link. The winning group are those, for example, the winning group is this who will do the quiz or get the better score in a shorter time. All right?
Yeah, right. I think Kahoot and Quizlet, you know, are both good at or very good when dealing with team jobs.
Yes.
But the other four skills websites, I think it has to do with individual work rather than group work or teamwork, right?
For example, if you're talking about the writing, all right?
Yeah.
I believe that it would be really good if one student writes his or her own essay, then they send it, he or she sends it to his partner for evaluation.
Mm-hmm.
All right? After he or she does this evaluation, they can match it with the write and improve evaluation. And that would be a pair or a pair work, which will definitely improve the students' analysis or correction.
So we can make both ends meet, turning the individual, you know, form of the website into a group work.
طبعا على فكرة it's طبعا محمد بيقول it's peer correction. Yes, it is peer correction definitely. كمان في حاجة تانية إنه كل الويب سايتس دي are adaptable. You can adapt them based on your experience. The more experienced you are, the better or the faster you will be able to adapt it to either peer work or group work or individual work, you know? So it's just a matter of practice. The more you will be familiar with these websites, the faster you will find yourself doing it.
Okay, the last query is, I'm basically a teacher of English, but I teach science for lower grades. Do you have something in mind, a website related to teaching science?
All right, خليني أقول لك إحنا قلنا for كل دول are used for teaching science system ما عدا طبعا writing. أنت ممكن تستخدم Quizlet for teaching science and math. ممكن تستخدم Kahoot for teaching science and math. ممكن تستخدم إيه كمان؟ إحنا قلنا إيه كمان يا مهند؟ Quizlet وقلنا هنستقبل وفي listening نفس الحكاية. listening في topics كلها scientific topics. scientific و sci-fi و biology و
even
chemistry.
The news in levels could be done in such a way.
أنت اللي بتجاوب على نفسك. أقول أنا إيه بقى؟ ماذا أقول بعد الذي قيل؟
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes. Very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Muhammad. Okay. We have we'll take the last one.
Take
please.
the last question,
yes. Okay.
please. Yes.
Naveen, go ahead.
Muhammad, yes.
Because we have a surprise for you. Just wait a little bit. Yes. We have a surprise at the end of the session. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Yeah. Could you tell me, please, the websites for teaching phonics for adults beginners?
All right.
Okay.
Teaching phonics. I think this is the repeated question. I have already answered it. Yeah. And I told the lady that I have already provided one of the teaching phonics platforms. But again, if you would like to have the link, I will send it to you via Messenger. All right?
Yes. Okay, waiting, inshallah.
No problem, my dear. My pleasure.
Thank you so much, Mrs.
Thank you, everyone.
For this amazing session.
Actually, a lot, dear.
Thank you all attendees. Thank you for being here in our RELO Mentors platform, and we hope that you are enjoying our Ramadan program.